Hi everyone, this is a short video. This is about S. Chand and Company. Um, in this chart, I have a plain price chart. I'll tell you how to identify the demand and supply zones. Some of the people ask me how to identify demand and supply zones. So let's do that in this chart. This is a daily chart. I prefer to identify trade or investment opportunities on daily chart because daily chart is a bigger time frame and it gives good upsides or downsides. So here what we are looking at, identify where, what are the points where the supply is coming, right? So we see that in last, if you look at, last couple of months, the supply came from this point, right? So I'll just mark this point saying that supply came from here, right? Then supply came from this point. Then supply came from this point, right? So clearly you're seeing that there is a trend which is going downwards in the last few months. So what we can do now is we can identify if there is a trend line that can be drawn. So what I'll do is join all these points where the supply came from, right? So you will get something like this, right? So this is the supply line. Now also look at the longer horizon. If you see in the long term, where did the supply came from? So supply came from here, right? So I'll just start drawing. It came from this point, and then I'll just extend this point. So what we get to know is supply came from here, it fell really bad, came up, supply again came from the same trend line, came down, demand came, then it came up, again supply came, again supply came. It did go above this trend line a bit, but this was probably like a trap. It came down, made a double bottom here, went up, again the supply came from the same point. Now what we are seeing after this point in the short term is this trend line. So now uh, if you see any big candle here, like what I'm waiting for is like a big green candle here, right? If you see that candle, that will be your entry point, right? Wait for it to close, wait for it to close by end of day, because sometimes what happens is that it makes a big high, but by end of day it comes back. So don't take that trade, don't invest into it. Wait for this candle to form, and end of day, 3:30, 3 o'clock, 3:15 types, if it is closing above this trend line, closes here or here or somewhere like that, you can enter into it. Now what will be your stop loss? Your stop loss will be below this candle. Whatever that big candle will come, below that will be your stop loss. And your target, there are multiple targets you can take. Like a very small target is this will be the first resistance. So basically the stock may come go like this, it may slightly come back and then go up. And after this point, see, this point had multiple supports earlier. So demand came from here, demand came from here, this line. So this was a demand, now this will become a supply. This became a supply here, here. So now again, when it goes up, the supply will come from here, but I don't think it will fall down from there. It may just correct and then go up again, and then this target will come. So if you look at what the target would be, so if you take this trade here, somewhere here, this will be like a good 30% trade, right? So I think we should definitely invest into it, guys. But again, the disclaimer, I'm not a SEBI registered analyst, so take advice from your financial advisor, or take a trade or invest money if you really like this. This video is only for learning purposes. Thank you.